Hey guys, sorry for the lack of updates lately. So, a lot of stuff's been happening with the RX7. Kind of a bit of an adventure actually. So, I bought an aftermarket ECU at Aptronic. Very cool. I'll insert a picture here. I then went to get that tuned. I got that dyno tuned. And I wanted to take footage of that, but my GoPro was flat, so apologies. That happened a while ago, and I've just been snowed under with work, haven't had any time to really work on the car. I took it to get dyno tuned, got that tuned. We couldn't do a proper power run, because what's happening is, it's really weird. So when the engine was taken apart, like I took the intake manifold and everything off, and then put that back on. Like the rebuild was just for the keg, so to speak, the actual short block. So when I put the intake manifold back on and the injectors in, I changed the O-rings, but there's another like little rubber seal. I've got them here. Little seals, and also these ones. So what I noticed is that I kind of noticed it at the time. It wasn't the injectors. I had some up and down movement. When I put them in, and I thought it was a bit weird, but I was like, whatever. But that's because I didn't change this O-ring, so this one had already, stretched out a bit, so it wasn't sealed tightly. So then when I was on the dyno, the tuner does a really good job. He really knows rotaries well. So he was saying that what was happening is, as soon as we started putting some power into it, building some boost, it was leaning out, no matter how much fuel it was putting in. So we checked the whole engine. There was no fuel leaks, but what's happening is, because this seal has failed, essentially, what's happening is, as the fuel injector puts fuel in, it's getting pushed up, and the fuel vapor is coming out from the seal, because it's taking the path of least resistance. And because the engine, as you add boost, the engine is in pressure, not in vacuum. Instead, it's not the boost pressure is essentially forcing the fuel out, because it's taking the path of least resistance, which is past the seal into the ambient air. So that's what's happening. So that's what's been happening. I just happened at the time. So I managed to find these seals on the net. They were actually for a Silvia, or a Skyline, but injectors of the time period. I looked at some photos. I'm just having a crack that these will be the right size. I've got two different sizes here, because otherwise I would have to take the intake manifold apart, take my injectors out, then go to like an injector shop. There's one locally to me, and then get the matching seals, and then come back and then and I probably wouldn't have been able to do it all in one day. Whereas by ordering them online, it's kind of given me the flexibility that they're already here. I can take the intake manifold and stuff apart, put these in, put it all back together straight away. So there's no dicking around. And also I don't want to lose bolts and stuff in between. While I was on the website, I also bought these, which are just like a seal higher up. I didn't replace these last time, so if it's easy to replace them while I'm doing it, I will do that as well. So that gives you a little bit of a summary of what's happening today. Okay, on the way out the door, it's going to take the work car. This is a Skoda, superb, awesome car. So just got to hop in this, leather seats and everything. It's pretty nice. So we're going to hop in this, head to Super Cheap. I've got a gift card ready to roll, so Christmas present, finally putting it to use. Let's go.
1 hour later.
Got the stuff, let's go. $25, not too bad. Okay, got the car positioned in the garage for maximum light. Let's get it done. First off is taking the intercooler out. Okay, looking in here, you can see there's the upper injectors, and just there's the lower fuel rail injectors, you can see the uppers pretty clearly there.
Now these O-rings I've already replaced, so it's just these. There's a little screw on there. Yeah, see that's goes on there much firmer. Whereas this, see the slack there? A little bit of WD-40. So that's much better. This one off. Perfect. Pretty simple process. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I repeat this process like 4 times for each injector. So I've made it small. Here's a recent picture of my car. You can see the new wheels. It looks very fresh. Also, that's my Instagram if you want to see more pics of my car and more kind of little in-between updates. Okay guys, everything's back together. So I'm going to take the car for a quick whip around the block to make sure there's no leaks or anything. So while I was working on it today as well, also ran a new vacuum line here while I had the intake manifold apart to the pressure sensor. So because I had to, that's for the factory boost gauge. Originally I had to steal the line that went there for the boost controller, so I've run a new line for that. Also given the battery a charge for the last few hours, as it does, because the car doesn't get driven that much, it does slowly deplete. So let's go for a quick spin. Okay, here's kind of the moment of truth. Quick shakedown run to check for leaks. Let's see how we go. Also put a fresh black ice. Best smell. Oh well, that's the cold start process for the ECU. Let's cruise.